Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the FBL-Zone. Today, I have some very special guests with us, aka the best sibling duo in FBLA, and I'll just let them introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Yuvika. I'm from Florida, and I'm the president of FL FBLA.
Hi, my name is Vivika, and I'm also from Florida, and I'm the reporter at Press, and I'm District 8 historian.
Okay, so how's life been going? Just tell us about how your academic and school life has been going so far.
It's been going great. I mean, it's definitely busy, but I'm doing college applications right now, so that's really exciting.
I'd say school's been pretty good this year, especially because sophomore year is pretty easy, so.
Calling sophomore year easy is crazy, bro. I'm getting my butt kicked in AP chemistry. Well, I mean, not sort of, kinda, but not really. I have AP Gov. I made an A on my Chem and Gov test, but they've just been giving me mental breakdowns, and I signed up for AP Calculus on Georgia Virtual next semester, so that's gonna be fun. But I'm happy that college applications are going well, and hashtag vote Vivika for sophomore core. I see that you've been, campaigning for that recently on social media.
I'm having so much fun. And I think Coco Campaign Week is the best week of the year because I get to talk to everyone at school, so it's so much fun.
Your school seems super fun.
It is. We love Strawberry Crest.
Yep.
And your school's an IB school, right?
Yeah.
Dang.
So much in IB.
Huh?
So much in IB.
I heard you guys know how to write 4,000 word essays in 10 minutes.
I did that, actually.
That's crazy. All right, so we're going to transition into our first question. So tell us about your FBLA journey so far. How many years you've been in FBLA, and just your accomplishments and accolades from start to finish.
I started my FBLA journey in Williams Middle School, same as Vivika. I started in 7th grade, and then I became chapter historian in 8th. I also was co-president last year, and I'm currently president, but there's been other leadership positions. And then some of my favorite events I've done is local chapter. If you ever get the chance to do it with your two of your best friends, I would definitely do it.
And then, this is my 5th year in FBLA, and I started in 6th grade, and then I was junior officer in 7th grade, and then Williams president in 8th grade. And then I think my favorite event ever has been business etiquette. It was everything I was looking for in FBLA. And that was the first year I made it into nationals in 7th grade, and I placed 8th that year. And then then last year I did intro to FBLA, which was also very similar to business etiquette. So love.
Oh my gosh. I swear, actually, I swear, I remember business etiquette and what was the other one? Employability skills. Those were my events back in middle school, okay? Business etiquette. I didn't make it to nationals, nor did I place in state. But you know what? It's okay because those events, they're just so fun. And I've actually heard that I see that a lot of people in our class that do FBLA that I've talked to have done business etiquette. So I think that's kind of a cool thing that a lot of us share in common. And I just think that y'all's FBLA journeys, your paths to stuff are just super cool. And it's definitely learning about your journeys from establishing yourself to middle school, then crossing over to high school, and getting through that whole COVID patch through that. That's super cool. So for our next question, I wanted to ask, how does Florida FBLA work? Because I've always been interested about that.
What aspect of Florida FBLA do you want to know about? There's so many things.
Just how it's structured.
So for our things, we have 5 different regions, and they're kind of just split up geographically. and then you have region vice presidents, and then I think our biggest, like, everyone looks forward to SLC every year because we have this volleyball tournament, and it's one of the best things ever, just sitting volleyball. But it's so fun to see different chapters compete, and then they win, and there's usually like some kind of fun event with pieing the officer in the face last year. But campaigning and everything, like, SLC is just a huge event for us.
And then I think Florida FBLA is like geared a lot around like communication, because like you see us like constantly posting on like our Instagram page, and I feel like we're just so focused, like being on the district level, I feel like we're really focused on getting local chapters involved this year. And so I feel like that's like one of the reasons why like Florida FBLA it's so good, and like why I like it so much is because they try to like focus and like gear in on like local chapters more than just like on the state level locally. So
Yes, like I've been seeing. I remember around y'all's SLC season, like I would like when I was on my FBLA account, I would see like the pie in the face tournament, and you know like how how fun Florida FBLA seemed, and the pictures from there were like amazing. And I just want to say the hotel that y'all hold SLC in, most beautiful hotel ever. Like I went there for NFLC, and the lazy river eats every single time, y'all. Like let me tell you, the lazy river eats every single time. But yeah, Florida FBLA just seems like this like huge family that, you know, like where y'all utilize communication, and you know it's just like super fun. And I do want to mention that like y'all's is like design last year, it was just like mwah, chef's kiss. So for our next question, for Yuvika, how is it like being chapter president for Strawberry Crest FBLA? You know, that's like kind of like a big chapter in what I've heard is a big region or area for Florida FBLA. Like you're a big chapter in a big area. And for Vivika, how is it like being the District 8 historian for Florida FBLA? Because I like, you know, you're in the Hillsborough County, and I heard that's like a really big county and like one of the most, you know, it's between two regions. Yeah.
So starting off with my thing, it's my favorite part about going to school, like knowing that I'm going in and I at least will spend at least an hour working on FBLA. It's something that I look forward to almost every day. It can be definitely challenging because we have like 300 plus members, and that's not easy to handle, with especially from different grade levels. But there's a lot of new things happening. We just had our first ever social media master team form this week, and then we're hosting our induction ceremony this week. And then last year was our first ever where Mr. Graham came. But we are always trying to implement something new. I do think like my favorite part is just kind of like getting to know the members each year and trying to see things from their perspective, and then like using whatever they want and implementing it to fit their needs and create something new and leaving like a pretty much legacy behind is something that I'm looking forward to this year.
And then for District 8 historian, honestly, to put it in like the most simplest way, it's just so much fun. Like I love our meetings. On our first meeting this year, I pulled out an icebreaker and we had so much fun with it. But I'm really excited. We're hosting Fall Unity Day this year, and we're doing like bowling with all the schools in our district. And it's really cool this year because District 8 and District 9 are combined. And so Hillsborough County just has like one big like officer team at this point. And it's just such a new take that we're doing. And like I'm really excited to just take photos and to like just, you know, bowl and like meet with other schools, because I feel like this year we have so much planned for everyone. And I'm really excited to just get to know everyone this year.
I just want to say like that I just think like it's super cool. Like I say that to every chapter president of like every like big chapter that I meet, but I just think that it's just like so cool and interesting that you're able to take like such a big and strong leadership role onto such a large chapter, and you're able to efficiently place initiatives and communicate with them. And you know, I've been seeing like a lot of like events and graphics and fundraisers that Crest FBLA has been doing, and I just like just think that they're so fun. And Vivika, like the Hillsborough County teams, District 8 and 9. Like I saw y'all's officer training. And it was just like, it just looks like just so fun. Like that just looked like a team that that just like a really like just cool and dynamic and innovative team. And I did see a familiar face in there, you and Ion. So, I was already like, go District 8 and 9. But yeah, like it's just like so amazing that how Yuvika, you're able to basically like lead and nurture this whole over 300 people.
Yeah, it can definitely be challenging, I'd say, but it's also just, it's not something like every other chapter gets to experience. So I'm treasuring it for my last year.
Still sad that it's your last year. Come back as
I'll do collegiate, don't worry.
Yeah, hey, bet. Yeah. So what has been y'all's most memorable experience? And from those memorable experiences, what are some lessons that you've learned from your time in FBLA that other members might want to know?
My most memorable experience, hands down, was campaigning at NLC this year. I met like thousands of people and I made so many friends. But with that, the lesson I would also say is just like, don't give up. Just keep pushing through it. There will be some setbacks, there'll be challenges, and like, not everything will go your way, but that's life. You're gonna find like the good outcomes out of everything. You're gonna make friends that you didn't have before. You're gonna like take knowledge that you like probably would never have learned through another experience. So just treasure what you have and then like keep pushing forward, because there's gonna be better things along the way and you just never really know what to expect.
I love that. And then I think my most memorable experience was definitely SLC last year, because it was just so much fun and like helping UV campaign and just like being there for the workshops and for networking. And I think like one lesson that I learned from that was the FBLA is literally meant to network. And like I met Dominic through networking, and that's been such a fun experience. And love you too. And then my first SLC and NLC was online, and so I never really got the same opportunity to network at first because with COVID and everything. And ever since then, I've just learned how vital that is to just meet new people and make new friends. And yeah, so.
Yes, networking at nationals and state leadership conferences is honestly something like just that's kind of like underrated by a lot of FBLA members. Like I know a lot of FBLA members that do utilize networking, but really just getting to know people and establish like relationships with them is just so efficient in not only like your personal life but also your professional life. Like I had people who would help me, I had like people who were like alumni or like current members that helped me with 2 of my NLC presentations. Like they critiqued me, they were like, hey, maybe you should move this, maybe you should change your script like this. And it's just like networking is just so important. And Yuvika, I really like what you said about never giving up. There were definitely some times that I wanted to give up in FBLA, like that time that in middle school, I wanted to run for middle level state office, but unfortunately I lost the school round to a girl in my chapter. But that's
okay. Like that's okay. Now you're like your state ambassador for your thing. So
definitely, like I kind of wanted to like give up on FBLA after that because I just felt so discouraged. But really staying in FBLA has shown me that there are other opportunities, greater opportunities that await you. And even when you face a setback, you can rise from it and really, expand yourself.
For sure. I agree with that.
So for our next question, since both of you have, established yourself and networked in the national network, what are some of your favorite FBLA memories / connections that you've made from engaging yourself in it, like going to conferences and competing in events and whatnot?
I mean, honestly, every single conference that I have been to is a different memory itself. State or like the block party last year, it's not something you get to experience outside of FBLA personally. But some of the favorite people, I'd start off with my campaign team, like Fabio and Amy. They were my like strong suits this past NLC. And then I met Gabby, you, Dom, Yasha, and like, I honestly just love, it's just so hard to remember all these people I met, but at the same time, last year, like this year, actually, when I campaigned with every single person I campaigned with, it was such an honor just meeting them and getting to know them. And then along with that, like, there's so many Florida FBLA people that I'm still in touch with, and it's been a year since I saw them. But I'm excited to see them again, like hopefully next year.
I mean, for me, just being at NLC Awards was like amazing. The energy, and it's like also real in the moment when you're just sitting there and you're like, this is where I'm supposed to be. And then, obviously, like meeting like Amy and Fabio at UV's campaign was like amazing. And then just working with the district officers, I feel like they're like my closest connections right now. And working with Vihan, which is like District 9 historian, I've gotten the chance to work really closely with him this year, and it's been great. And then like obviously Ayan and Naomi and Prava, and like the list goes on because I've been to this year, and it's been such a great experience. So
yeah, and then I'm hoping to like definitely meet more people this year because, you know, there's so many people that I still haven't met, and I probably will at NFLC this year or state or nationals next year.
Mm-hmm. And we'll be at Providence, so come find us.
Yes, we will be. I think you should come too, Dom. Like, I will pay for your ticket if I need to.
I'm gonna need you to drive from Tampa up to Douglas, Georgia, and then go to Hartsfield Jackson and buy my ticket there so I can go. Cause your boy is broke. Not only that, I am also very much in a predicament considering that this year NFLC is the same time as HOSA FLC for Georgia. But you know what? I'll find a way around it.
You have to come to Providence. It's going to be fall weather. You can pull out, like, I'm going to be living out my Gilmore Girl dreams. Like, that's what I'm going for.
I know. And I also really want to eat lobster bisque because I heard they have the best lobster bisque in Providence. I need to eat that. Like, if I don't know what I'm going to do with myself.
I can just put you in my luggage. How about that?
Yeah. You only just buy like the 6'4" luggage.
I got it. Don't worry. I'm on it right now.
So we've reached our final question, guys. I'm so sad. Name a piece of advice or quote that you might want to give to viewers for this episode.
I think the biggest piece of advice that I got last year was to just take the risk, not question my abilities or myself when I decided to run for national office. And they were it was a raw actually. He was just like, just do it. Don't worry about it. Go ahead and do it. Whatever, it doesn't matter. And I think if you're just questioning yourself in taking the next step to becoming a leader or just, taking a whole new experience, just do it. You're going to meet so many people. You're going to learn so many things, and that's going to be more valuable than whatever the end result is. And don't fear. Just, that's going to be your greatest enemy. And honestly, Taylor Swift did say it best. Like, you have to be fearless. So
that was such a cute way to send the message. Wow. I feel like Yuvi just went up to me, and I'm gonna have to really pull through this one. But this has been my favorite quote since I was in 3rd grade.
Are you gonna say Aubrey Hepburn?
Okay, pause. Don't steal my thunder. In 3rd grade, little story, not to take away from FBLA, but my teacher sent home a little note card, and she was like, write your student or your daughter or whatever or sister a little note for FSA, which is standardized testing for Florida. And so Yuvi wrote me a little note that said, you got this, don't stress, nothing is impossible, even the word itself says I'm possible. And that is my favorite quote.
I'm such a great sister, I'll just say that.
Okay, pause. So that has been my favorite quote ever since, and literally 7 years later, that's every single time something hard goes on in my life, that's what I think about. So the quote that I give out to everyone is, nothing is impossible, even the word itself says I'm possible. And that's by Audrey Hepburn. So, but yes, thank you, Yuvi. I appreciate it.
I basically just set your life up from 3rd grade. I was like, no, this is going to be your favorite quote. I did that.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. What about you, Dom? What's your favorite quote?
My favorite quote? Okay. I actually have multiple favorite quotes, but the one I can only think about right now is, okay, I have to admit, I've recently started getting into my Swiftie era because, as everybody knows, I'm the biggest Beyonce fan. Like, I'm part of the Beehive. I will sting you if you talk bad about Beyonce. I'm just kidding, just a jokey joke. But one of my favorite quotes right now by Taylor Swift, and I feel like it encapsulates a lot of FBLA, is make the friendship bracelets, take the moment and chase it, because that's what FBLA is. You're making you're like making friendships and connections with everybody, and you're taking steps, whether risky or not, to ameliorate yourself and innovate yourself to being a better person and a better leader, and just having a wider mindset. And I feel as if FBLA has helped me so much with that, and I feel like that quote is just applicable to so many situations in FBLA. Like, I definitely was like a more self-conscious and, like, you know, a bit more of a not as loud and confident as I am now. And I definitely was like scared of of talking to people. But after experiencing my 8th grade middle school state leadership conference and my high school state leadership conference, I realized that I literally, as Taylor Swift said, don't be scared, make those friendship bracelets. And even whether or not the outcomes might go in my favor, because I will admit I was not prepared in my introduction to business presentation event, I just got to take the moment and chase it. And I did. I ended up getting 2nd place, and I'm just so eternally grateful for all the opportunities that FBLA has given me. So if y'all are watching this at Orlando NLC or NFLC, if you're going, make friendship bracelets, literally pass them around and take that moment.
That's such a great idea. No, I love that. Next year, NLC, we should all be trading friendship bracelets along with the pins.
Yes.
We should do that. We should start a trend. And then you guys are going to be like in my hometown. So if you need a place to live, I got you. Don't worry. We have a room.
And also, you know what? Let's call our girl Taylor up and say, come perform at FBLA Naturals.
She can bring her boyfriend Travis.
Oh my gosh, the I can already hear the football fans stomping into here. No, we're not even gonna get into that conversation, y'all. The what team does he play for again?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh yeah, actually some guy that graduated from my a guy that graduated from my school. He actually played for them for like a few years. Yeah, he's an NFL player, and he's like actually one of the fastest men alive too. Like, people say that he's faster than Usain Bolt. His name's Tyreek Hill. Like, I'm being so for real. Like, he's like so fast. But anyways, we have reached the end of our episode, and I'm just so sad because this was just like such a great episode. It was so fun talking to the sibling duo of FBLA, and yeah, this is just like such a nice and informative episode, and this felt more of a conversation than it did an interview.
We can come back anytime you want. Don't worry. We got
you. Don't worry. Yeah. We'll definitely have somebody come back.
Mm-hmm. And I think that you're just so good at this, and you're always eating. So we love you, Dom.
You're like you're the core of the FBLA right now. You're running it.
I don't know about that. But thank you guys so much. I would have y'all on anytime again. Please come back. I know one of you is gonna come back, possibly, but I mean, stay tuned, guys. But yeah, thank you guys so much for to our viewers, thank you guys so much for watching this, if you've made it to the end of this episode. And yeah, I heavily appreciate you guys watching. And you know, if y'all ever need to reach Vivika or Yuvika, I will link their Instagrams in the YouTube bio and also the Instagram bio, and just reach out to them because they're literally the nicest people you'll ever meet.
Thanks for having us.
Of course.
Thanks for having us.
Bye, FBL-Zone.
Bye.